Hello, I'm Azai. Welcome back to Swan Song. So, I'm sorry for no upload for like 2 days, I think. Or maybe it's one day, I don't really remember. But well,
ほう、こんな夜に人か。珍しいじゃん。
I got too addicted to PSO2, as I said previously. So, after work and all that kind of stuff, I instantly just played PSO2. I spared zero time for Swan Song. I do apologize, like, I like Swan Song, but my time management skills is very, very poor. Yesterday, or maybe like, I don't even remember, maybe it was yesterday, but I played a lot of PSO2. Freaking insane. Hopefully, I won't be, hopefully I won't be playing PSO2 too much later on, so that I can, you know, do some more Swan Song today. But we'll see, we'll see. I do enjoy Swan Song though, like, don't get me wrong, Swan Song is really nice. It's just that right now, because I haven't been playing any kind of games, PSO2 is like really addictive, or addicting. It's really insane. I think I played more than 70 hours of PSO2 already. And I've been playing for like, what, 1 week? Maybe less than a week? No, maybe a week. Maybe I don't know, maybe 10 days. My sense of time is really bad. But yeah, enough about that. Let's continue Swan Song. I still remember vividly what happened last time. I went inside of a igloo, right? We went inside of an igloo, and this guy suddenly came out of nowhere. This dark dude. Probably gonna be a bad ending. That seems to be my gut feeling, but I don't know. Let's continue and see. Inside is a man dressed like an Eskimo. I can't really see his face because of the hood, but his voice sounds young. He laughs cheerfully when he sees us, tidies up the stuff scattered around the igloo, and makes some space for us. It's bigger than I thought in the igloo. Even though there's a fire in the middle and all three of us are sitting down, there's still space. It's a full-scale igloo with walls made from blocks of ice. He tells me that he used a saw to cut out the iced pawn.
見よう見まねだから、こんなに風が強いといきなり天井が落っこちるかもね。
It's so warm in here that I can't keep my jacket on.
君らどこの人？学校に集まってる連中でも宗教の人でもないみたいだけど。
I briefly tell him our situation, how things started, how there was a large-scale attack at the temple, and how the people of the Daichi Society escaped.
あのお寺の人たち負けちゃったんだ。ま、どっちが勝とうが負けようが俺には関係ないけどね。
He sounds uninterested and he chuckles.
なんで僕たちがどっちでもないって分かったんですか？
学校の連中は肩に布切れつけていつも武器持ってるし、あの宗教のやつらは白い変な服着てるしね。見りゃわかるよ。
Huh. Aren't the guys from the school that has those things on their shoulders only the vigilante corps?
で、君らはこの雪の夜にさまよい出た兄弟かなんかなの？ヘンゼルとグレーテルが青い鳥を探しに来たのかな？だとしたら悪いけど、ここには幸福はないよ。あ、違うの？あんまりそっくりだから勘違いしちゃったよ。自閉症？どっちが？その子の方か。俺にはそういうのよくわかんないな。どっちかって言えば俺の方が自閉症みたいだよね。こんなところで一人で閉じこもって暮らしてさ、引きこもりだもの。ああ、自閉症って別にそういう病気じゃないんだ。じゃあ俺のこういうのはなんていう名前がつくんだろうね。病気なのは確かだと思うんだけど。 俺人間って嫌いなんだよね。そりゃ地震が起きた時はびっくりしたし、人がうめいてるの見ると嫌な気持ちになったけどさ、野ぐそ落ちてるの見たって嫌な気分にはなるでしょ。それと同じような感じだよね。でも街が崩れちゃったのは辛かったな。ああ、俺人間は好きじゃないけど街は好きだったんだ。だってさ、街ってかっこいいよな。大自然をキャンパスにした芸術だよ。人間の頭の中にしかないはずの欲望や機能を現実にしてしまってるんだ。それがこう壊れちゃったら死んだも同然だよね。もう使えないもの。人が死んで街だけ残っても仕方ないけどさ、と思ってたんだ。
I don't get it. Like, what does he mean by when you see shit on the ground, you feel bad about it? Why would you feel bad about seeing shit on the ground? Wouldn't you just feel disgusted? That... I don't know. Maybe it's a mistranslation, but it seems like a weird sentence.
でも違うよ。使い道がなくなってしまって、眺めて想像させるだけの代物になったことで、街はより芸術品として純粋になったんだよ。芸術品って使うものじゃなくて見て喜ぶものだからね。ちょっとくらい優しくない方がいいのさ。そう考えるとあながち廃墟ってのも悪くはないんだ。見ているといろいろな気持ちが浮かんでくるし、素晴らしいよ。毎日眺めていても飽きない。いや、良い時代に生まれたもんだ。俺今の世の中って好きさ。いつも何かに守られてるような人にはわからないだろうけど、世間ってね、永遠に終わらない椅子取りゲームをやらされてるようなもんだよね。椅子を奪い合い、座れないやつから一人ずつ脱落していく。嫌なやつがいなくなっていいやつばかり残ったとしても、そこからさらに椅子は抜き取られる。結局最後の一人になるまでやめられないんだよね。むごい遊びだよね。過去を振り返れば今まで蹴落とした人たちを思い出して暗くなるし、未来を想像すればこれから蹴落とす相手のことを思って辛くなる。俺はいつも椅子に座れるか座れないかギリギリのところにいたからね。いろいろ見てきたさ。自己弁護するわけじゃないけど、他人なんかどうだってよくなるよ、それじゃあ。でも今は全員が強制的に極悪な椅子取りゲームをやらされてるみたいで好きさ。平等みたい。しかし争いって実に面白いものさ。エキサイトするよね。学校の人も宗教の人も生き生きとしてたじゃん。ちょっと羨ましいけど、俺はもう飽きちゃったから。ずっと廃墟見てる方が楽しいな。あ、このお肉食べる？食べない？ただの牛肉なのにさ、なんか変に嫌がってない？じゃあ俺一人で全部食べちゃうよ。そういえばついこないだもこんな風に男女が来たな。こんな時勢だっていうのに、金髪のヘラヘラした兄ちゃんとちっちゃくてやかましい女の子。なんか学校追われてきたとかなんとか
Interesting.
血の匂いがしてたね。名前は、兄ちゃんは高村だっけな。女の子は美空。なんか違うな。俺名前覚えるのって苦手でさ。知り合い？そうなの？谷村とツバメ？違うの？まあどうでもいいよ。しかしそりゃ奇遇だね。じゃあいいこと教えてあげようか。彼らはこの町を出るとか言ってたよ。なんでも沼の向こう側に身を隠す建物があるとか。いや言わないって。誰にでもこんな話してるわけじゃないさ。ほんとほんと。
What
そ
the
の女の
hell?
子が可愛いから特別。ああ、信じられない？ほんとだよ。俺頭が弱そうな女の子って好きさ。何したって怒らなそうだからね。
What a bad personality.
いや、これからどうなるかなんて俺にはわからないし、興味もないよ。俺はただここでずーっと廃墟を見ているよ。毎日ずっと廃墟だけを見ていたいな。先のことも後のことも知らないよ。君たちは何かするんだろうけど、君たちがすることはあんまり見たくないな。どうせろくなものじゃないでしょ。ただうまくいくようには祈ってあげるさ。
Not to say that I can't sympathize or can't understand his feeling. I kinda understand it quite a bit. Not wanting to know what other people are doing and all that kind of stuff. Just minding your own business.
それじゃ俺はもう寝るよ。外に出たかったらいつでも勝手に出てってくれ。入り口はちゃんと閉じておいてね。じゃおやすみ。君に幸あれ。
Yeah, he doesn't seem like a bad guy. He's definitely not a nice guy, but definitely not the type of person who would trick you. I guess I did make the good decision. I thought I was gonna be like having a bad ending because he looks really creepy, right? But he's not that bad. Wow, we were really close to finishing that scene.
まあまあね。65点ってところかしら。
Oh, they're back at the church.
なんか低いな。ちなみに合格点はいくつなの？
70点よ。ゆかっちのアベレージは83くらい。
Probably making food.
ゆかっちで83点か。
Yep.
それなら今のこの食材の欠乏を考えればかなりの健闘だな。やっぱ俺って万能に何でもできちゃうんだな。
勝手に都合よく解釈して満足げにうなずかないでよ。あんたには向上心とか悔しさってものがないの？明日はもっと素晴らしい料理を作って私を感動させたいとか。人間として自分の成長を望みなさいよね。
いやいや、俺はこんなにたくさん食べてもらってそれだけでもう満足だよ。これ以上何か望むほど欲張りじゃないさ。ほら、すごいな。そんな小さな体でよくこんなに食べられるね。
うるさいわね。腹が減っては戦ができぬでしょ。
怒ることないのに。
人を胃袋の塊みたいに言うんだもん。
そんなことないよ。ヒバリンは育ち盛りだしさ。期待してるよ。背がどんどん伸びてきっと3年くらい経ったらゆかっちみたいなすらりとした美人になるって。楽しみだな。
ぶっ殺す。
I punch at him, but Tanomura laughs, catches my fist, and kisses me on my forehead.
くそ、バカにすんな。
かわいいな、本当に。
うるさい。手を離せ。絡みつくな。
顔真っ赤だよ。
見るなバカ。くそ、子供扱いして。
何してんの？こら、ヒバリンダメだってば。
へへん、逆襲してやる。私は子供じゃないんだ。うりゃ。
こらバカ、女の子からそんなとこ触っ
Are
ちゃ。
you serious?
いやん。
Oh my god, this is the most awkward. If this is a sex scene, this is the most awkward one yet. Oh dear lord. If it is a sex scene, you guys know what I'll do.
おとなしく堪忍しやがれ。呼びたいなら好きにすりゃいいが、泣けど騒げど助けなんか来やしねえぜ。
I was gonna say, like, is this gonna be the part where we see the sex scene between Tanomura and Hibari? He is the only one out of the main characters that hasn't have a sex scene. I mean, I understand, but it's really weird, you know?
やめて、人でなし。
逆らったって体は正直なもんだな。ズボンの上からでももう大きくなってるのがわかるぜ、この淫乱め。
恥ずかしい。
Tanomura hides his face with both his hands.
かわいい。
I get off of him and tug his hand.
ねえ、布団行こうよ。
待って、食べたものを後片付けしなくちゃ。
そんなの後でいいから。
ったく、覚え始めはこれだから。
なんか言っ
Beginners.
た？
なんでもないよ。こんな可愛い女の子にお誘いいただいて光栄だな。
でしょ？
You know that was just
ね
flattery,
え、
right?
友村、どうやったら気持ちいいの？
I asked while staring at the rod with bulging veins. I'm gonna see you guys in a few seconds.
そうだね。こう頬張って。まず一番大事なのは、歯を当てないように舌とか唇を使う感じで。うわ、何すんの？
うるさいわね。あんたは黙ってればいいの。
Alright, I think we're good. The CG was surprisingly pretty good. Much better than, Yuka-san's, or, you know, Sasaki. I didn't expect that, but that was pretty good. It wasn't awkward. I guess this is just how Hibari and Tanamura is. Like, I feel the sex scene in this game is not really that awkwardly placed. Like, I can see Hibari actually doing this. The only awkward sex scene was the first time Yuka actually made us have sex, or Tsukasa pushed down Yuka. To me, it feels so weird. Like, why would Tsukasa suddenly do that? I don't think he's the kind of guy who just wants to have sex or something. And it's not like Yuka was being especially seductive. So, to me, it felt strange. It was kind of forced in a way. Their relationship wasn't forced, but the fact that they had sex was forced. This one wasn't forced at all. It's pretty okay. Once I return from the spacewalk, the white world slowly starts to regain its colors. But I immerse myself in the pleasure and lie still.
ひばりん。
Tanamura, who's sitting behind me, calls out to me while smoking.
なんじゃらほい。
いや、別に。呼んでみただけ。
Tanamura smiles and strokes the front of my neck.
うにゃ、私は猫じゃないぞ。
I put on an angry face and bite his hand. I then bury my face into the futon again. I want to sleep, but the inner parts of my thighs feel wet and cold. I touch there and feel something slimy. Ah!
うわー、なにこれ。私、こんなに濡れちゃったの？
I mean, I guess I can censor this, but why would you do this?
まあ、それもあるけど、俺のも混ざってるよ。
田野村のって、要するに精液？
あ、中に出したらまずかったかも。
まずくないよ。その方がいい。私、子供好きだもん。
Are you sure you
人
should...
がいっぱ
Oh,
い死んじゃ
sorry.
ったし、増やさないと。
Are you sure you should be making children at this current time? You sure they're not gonna die without any kind of food or protection? Medicine?
人口に影響するほどは頑張れないけど。
Tanamura laughs. What a wuss. He's still young after all. On the other hand, my crotch is a disaster. It's flowing out and covering the futon by my butt. I raise my upper body and look.
おー、これが中出しってやつか。うわー、すっげえ。ぐちゃぐちゃだ。
Nakadashi, if you guys didn't know, is a tag on hentai doujins, which is usually meaning like cream pie. Or, you know, like coming inside. Well, technically, I guess what it said in the English term there is correct. Coming inside. But yeah, it's basically like cream pie. How do I know this? Because I read a lot of doujins, my sir. I read a lot of doujins.
こらこら、そんな大股開きでじっと大事なとこ見つめてないでよ。
なんであんたが照れてるのよ。
どうしてか知らないけど、なんだか自分が見られてるみたいで。
何言ってんの？ここは私のだよ。
身も心も一つになっちゃった気がしてるのかな。
何それ。なんか気持ち悪い。
気持ち悪がらないでよ。傷つくな。
I raise my head.
ん？
I see a familiar face at the entrance. There's a girl with an absent-minded expression, absent-mindedly standing around.
アロエ？
アロエちゃん？
Tanamura is surprised as well. Aroe jumps back at our reaction. I get up to follow her, but when I start off, my legs give way and lose strength. He did it too rough. I can't walk properly.
田野村のバカ。
なんで俺が。
I managed to make it to Aroe and hug her, who was watching me curiously as I walked in a strange fashion.
もうバカ。どこ行ってたのよアホ。もうバカ。どこ行ってたのよアホ。
Aroe repeats after me.
うわー、懐かしい。本物だ。本物のアロエだ。田野村アロエだよ。
I turn around to see that Tanomura is watching us with a smile. I hug Aroe. I think I'm squeezing her pretty tightly, but she doesn't even budge.
あんたどこ行ってたのよ。どこ行ってたのよ。心配したのよ。心配したのよ。バカ。
Tears keep flowing out and my chest is pounding like it's another living thing. I know it's indecent, but I can't stop it. Aroe just lets me cling onto her and cry. She fondles with my hair and laughs from time to time. Aroe hasn't changed. While I'm crying, I hear a foolish voice. I look up to see another familiar face.
セックスもう終わりました。
Oh my god, why would you say that? Aw, Tsukasa. This is why you're stupid, but I guess it's fine. This idiot stupidly asks such a question. He hasn't changed either. I'm at a loss at how to respond when
川瀬さん、パンツくらい履いた方が良いですよ。
the idiot says this calmly. This lets me figure out what I need to say right now.
死ね
Tears flow out my eyes as I scream. Warm liquid flows out of my crotch as well.
ほう、その龍下樹って子も偉いね。でもお寺がなくなっちゃったんじゃ、第一の会ももうおしまいなのかな。
どうでしょう。龍下樹さんが無事リーダーシップを取れるのなら、まだ何かできるかもしれませんが。
Tanomura and Tsukasa are talking in a chapel about how Tsukasa was at the temple, how he talked to Ryugeju, and how they ran away during the big commotion. It seems like a complicated matter. I'm wiping down Aroe's body with a hot towel in this room. I think this is fine.
お前だねよそばかお前だねよそばか。
Aroe's been murmuring the same thing for some time now while putting her hands in a strange position. She probably learned this at the temple. I don't care about other things, but I wish she'd stop chanting sutra because it's creepy. But I don't try to stop her because she'd probably reach around if I did. It always surprises me, but Aroe's body is more developed than mine. I didn't care about it before, but I care about it now for some reason. Could it be because of Tanomura? I get a bit jealous, so I pinch her nipple. Aroe laughs happily.
もう争いはやめてほしいね。ここでヒバリンと二人で過ごしてたら、人が死ぬとかいう怖い話、すっかり嫌になっちゃったよ。いや、それが正常なんだろうけどね。まあとにかく二人とも無事でよかった。
田野村さんこそ大変だったじゃないですか。でもこれからどうするつもりなんですか。もう学校の人たちに会うのも危険だろうし。
この町を出ようと思ってね。
町を出る？
うん、雪山を越えてさ。
しかしまだ雪は深いし危険ですよ。
危険なのは分かってるけど、何もしないでじっと暮らすのも嫌だしね。それにヒバリンの家とかどうなってるか見ておきたいし。
ああ。
ほら、なんだかんだ言ってヒバリンもご両親のことがすごく気になってるしね。
そんなことないよ。私が気にしてるのは猫だけよ。勝手なこと言うな。
あ、そうだったね。ごめんごめん。
Tanomura smiles.
本当は雪解けを待った方がいいんだろうけど、全然気温が上がる気配がないからね。それどころかまだ下がってるんだよ。知ってた？
いえ、でもそうなんですか。もう3月ですよ。
本当なんだ。昼薄暗いのも関係してるんだろうけど、気候もおかしくなっちゃってるのかな。不気味だよな。
不思議ですね。
つかちゃんたちも加わったから、もうちょっと準備を増やさないとな。 こりゃその足の怪我が完全に治るまで延期かな。
いや、その必要はありません。
え、でもその足じゃ危ないよ。
僕は学校に帰ります。
ちょっと待ってよ。今の学校は危ないと思うよ。つかちゃんなんか長く敵の場所にいたんだから、焼け出されたから帰ってきましたじゃどんな疑いかけられるかわからない。
疑い？
うん。第一の回に転校したけど、負けたからまた転校してきたみたいに言われたらどうなることか。ヒステリックになってるみたいだし、ただでさえあそこは外から来た人間に対して冷たいよ。
I think Tsukasa is a bit dumb. I know that he probably wants to see Yuka, but I don't know, man. Then again, Tsukasa doesn't know about what happened. But after seeing, Kuwagata or Takuma attacking the temple like that, like a crazy guy, does he really think you'd be accepted so easily if he come back to the school?
それでも、僕は学校に帰りたいです。
What a retard.
賛成はできないな。
学校にはユカがいますから。今すぐ帰れなくても、いずれ。とにかく置いてはいけませんよ。
気持ちはわかるけど、ユカッチはあそこでも安全に暮らせるんだよ。俺たちはそういうわけにはいかない。
分かってます。でも、彼女はとても孤独な人なんです。裏切るような形で置き去りにしたくありません。
男なんだね、つかちゃん。
I think he's just dumb. I get confused when I think about Yukachi, so I concentrate on Aroe. Aroe has stopped chanting the sutra and is now staring blankly into space. Since she's calm now, I brush the mud from her body and wipe her clean. There are lots of scratches and cuts on her legs.
ダメね。綺麗にしてないとお嫁に行けないぞ。お嫁に行けないぞ。ほら、ちゃんとしないとダメだよ。しないとダメだよ。私だってずっと一緒にいられるって限らないんだから、自分でできるようにしないと。分かってんの？
You know, if there is something I have to applaud Hibari, it's that even though the world is so messed up right now, she's still helping Aroe and can still be happy that the fact that she's helping Aroe. If I was living in this kind of situation, thinking about myself would be the first priority, first and foremost. I wouldn't spare any thought for someone else. Then again, I am a pretty cold person, I suppose.
分かってんの
Aroe happily laughs. Tsukasa decides to wait and see her until his leg heals up. We also decide to depart after that. But still, we may not be able to go. We can't go over the mountains with Aroe, and we can't and don't want to let Tsukasa go back to the school. He'll probably end up living here with us. Today, Tanemura is away and I'm playing with Aroe. It must be because she lost her communication book, but most of her words are meaningless now. Most of her words are songs or repeating what someone said. I'm a bit sad. That is kind of sad. I'm letting Aroe play with the 3D puzzle that she always loved. Aroe really likes this, so she's immersed in it. She has already completed an arm and is now working on the shoulder. Does she know that it's going to become a half-naked guy with a beard? I'm behind Aroe looking for pieces that might fit, but I have no clue. But Aroe is picking up pieces one after another while humming to herself. How does she see the pieces? Would I be able to do it if I train? I stare at the broken pieces when a shadow falls before me. I look up to see Tsukasa.
あんた、歩いても大丈夫なの？
ええ、この程度なら。それよりどうしたんですか？難しい顔して。
いや、アロエの真似をしてたの。こうしてじっと眺めてれば、アロエの見えてる風景がわかるかなって思って。
アロエの風景ですか？
こんな破片を見分けられるんだから、きっと見え方が違うんだろうなって思わない？
思います。普通に考えたらありえないです。
そうでしょ？私、アロエがいなくなってからずっと考えてたんだよね。
何をですか？
アロエの抱えてる問題について。
へえ。
バカにしないでよ。
してないですよ。 それで何か分かったんですか？
私なりにだけどね。間違ってるかもしれないけどさ。
いや、聞きたいです。
あのね、アロエってきっと仲間っていう考え方がないんだよ。
というと？
ね、ペンってあるでしょ？
筆記用具の。
そう。ね、ペンって紙とかに文字を書けるからペンなわけじゃない？その機能さえ備えていれば、私のものだろうが司のものだろうが、ボールペンだろうがサインペンだろうがペンであることには変わらない。そうでしょ？
そうです。
するとペンの意味っていうのは、そうすると一本一本を指すんじゃなくて、機能が似てる仲間のことなんだよね。
Okay.
他には座れるものは椅子っていう仲間になるし、穴とかを塞ぐものは蓋っていう仲間になるじゃない？
そうですね。
これがどういうことかっていうと、例えばここに使い道がわからない正体不明の棒があったとするでしょ。正体不明だけど、でも紙に先端を押し当てたら紙に色がついた。ペンっていう仲間があることを知っていたら、何はともあれそれをペンだって片付けることができるじゃない。でも頭の中にペンの仲間っていう考え方がなかったら、それをペンだとは思えないし、他の仲間も知らなかったら、それはずっとただ一つの正体不明のものでしょ。頭の中にクエスチョンマークが残りっぱなしになっちゃう。
そうです。
仲間っていう考え方がなければ、整理整頓されない部屋みたいに、何もかもが孤独に一個ずつバラバラに散らばっちゃう。これじゃあ何もわからないよ。きっとこれ、言葉がバラバラに散らばってるようなものなのね。文章って言葉が順番通りに並んでつながってるから意味がわかるんであって、これがもし言葉が適当にノートいっぱいの好きな場所に書いてあったら、誰にも読めないでしょ。意味がわからなくなっちゃう。きっとアロエって世界がそういう風に見えてるんだよ。仲間が見つけられないの。全部混乱してぐちゃぐちゃに見えてるの。
なるほど。
もしそうだったらすっごく恐ろしいよね。世の中の本や人の話す言葉が、いや、それだけじゃなくて見えるもの全てが全部、さっき言っためちゃくちゃな並びの文章みたいなのだったらわけがわかんなくて、私なんかすぐ気が狂っちゃうよ。
That's true, but wouldn't usually humans have the ability to adapt? Like, from what I'm thinking is that, well, then again, maybe because she can't adapt is the problem. I was going to say that it's kind of similar to when, say, a foreigner comes into a foreign country and then he doesn't know the language and he's forced to stay in that country for like maybe a year or two. If the foreigner doesn't adapt, then for sure the foreigner is gonna have a lot of problems in doing day-to-day tasks, right? But I think this is a more fundamental problem. Like, she can't correlate when she wants something and then correlates it to something that she wants to do. Say she wants to poop, but she doesn't know how to actually poop. So she just does it without correlating the fact that after you poop, you need to wash up, right? So that you don't have any bacterias on you and that kind of stuff.
僕も嫌ですね。
そうでしょ。それでね、そう考えると全部うまく説明がつくような気がするんだ。例えばアロエはルールを作るでしょ。アロエは意味はわからないけど物の形はわかる。形の似たものを整列させればそこに仲間になってるのがわかる。今のこれだってきっとこの象の人がキリストだとかそんなことはわからないんだろうけど、破片をつなぎ合わせると大きな別のものになるって、それは意味なんか知らなくても見ればわかるじゃない。その秩序がすごく安心するんだと思う。さっきの文字の話だと書いてある内容はしっちゃかめっちゃかでわからないけど、 文字を自分なりに並べ替えてルールを作れば少し安心するとか、そういう気持ちだと思うんだ。ねえ、これはアロエの仲間探しなんだよ。だからさ、ねえ、私アロエはやっぱりおかしい人じゃないと思うんだ。
Tsukasa is quietly listening to me. I continue.
きっとさ、地震の後壊れた街の中にみんなが信じるものを欲しがったのと同じことなんだよ。みんなは意味を欲しがるけど、アロエは意味とかじゃなくて、手に触れられて目に見えるもので欲しいんだ。アロエが石ころを整列させたり、こうやって壊れたものをつなぎ合わせるのはそういうことなんだよ。これって普通のことだよね。だからアロエだって根っこの部分は同じなんだよ。特別じゃないんだ。ねえ、司はどう思う？私間違ってるかな？
すごいと思います。
そうだよね。アロエは生まれた時からずっとこんな恐ろしい戦いをやってるんだよ。混乱した世界を今までずっと一人で戦ってきたんだ。人間もきっとアロエにとっては仲間に見えないんだからさ。弱音だって誰にも吐けないし、すごいよ。
I mean, that's what you want to believe, that's okay to believe that.
僕はそんなことを少しも考えませんでした。
でも間違ってるかもしれないよ。私バカだからさ。
Even if you're wrong, if you want to believe it, that's your own choice.
少なくとも僕は納得しましたよ。カースさんはよく考えているんですね。
そんなことないけどさ、急に褒めないでよ。ただアロエがかわいそうだと思って。
I quickly rub my burning face.
でもあんた案外人並みなことも言えるのね。なんだかちょっと変わった？
そうでしょうか。
まあどっちでもいいけどさ。
そうですね。
You nod so easily that I'm stunned.
もうあのね、あんたはそういう変に冷めたところが。
When I start to scold him,
うっひゃー、ひどかったよ、ほんと大変だった。大雪でさ、勢いになってなんかエロくって子供の時から大好きだったんだけど、もう俺ファンやめるよ。ひばり、俺を温めて。
the other idiot comes back.
今日お寺の様子見てきたんだけどね。いやー、ひどかったよ。
Tanomura starts talking as he sips on his steaming coffee.
お寺の建物は全部焼けちゃっててさ、消し炭ばっかりが落ちてて、雪がもう積もり始めてるんだけどね。その下には亡くなった人がそのまんま。学校側の遺体はちゃんと葬ったんだろうけど、大地の貝側のは野ざらしにしてあるんだよ。あんまり細かいこと言いたくないけどさ、鳥とか野良犬とかがいるじゃんか。
I see.
だ
Oh, sorry.
あれはきついよ。そこで一応調べたんだけどね、結論としてはあの場所には竜下樹さんはいなかった。だからって生存が確定したわけじゃないけどね。
お疲れ。
ありがと
Oh, sorry.
う。いちいち雪ほじくり返して死体チェックしてるときはさ、気が変になりそうだったよ。やっぱ生きてる人間はいいな。
Tanomura starts touching my shoulder with that.
触んなって。
いいじゃんか。
司とか見てるよ。
いや、僕は別に気にしないですよ。
Oh, fucking Tsukasa.
私が気にするの。
わかったよ、ケチだな。ただのスキンシップなのに。アロエちゃん、おいで。
まさかアロエにセクハラするつもり？
いやいや、途中でアロエちゃんのおもちゃになりそうなの拾ったからさ、喜ばせたいだけだよ。ヒバリンも後でたっぷり喜ばせてあげるからね。
気持ち悪い。
うひひひひ。
Aroe doesn't come even when I say coffee, so it's only natural that she doesn't come when Tanomura calls for her. She's sitting in front of the statue, not even turning around. Tanomura ends up walking up to her. He's showing her a walking puppet that lights up and makes sounds, like the ones you see selling next to the cash registers at a family restaurant. Tsukasa sighs. He's staring out the window. On the other side of the glass is the frozen town. I look outside too. The sky is heavily colored like lead, only letting a little of the sunlight through. I may be used to this color now that I might have forgotten what color pure white is. I've seen too many gray colors. Come to think of it, when we were here at the church before, I would often talk with Yukachi about how we want to see the blue sky. I wonder if Yukachi's doing well. If I knew we would meet up with Tsukasa later on, I would have forced her to come with us. Yukachi probably stayed at the school because that's where the piano is, but it actually backfired. The problem is Kuwagata. A lot of things would be solved if he just acted properly. Why did he do all that? You should never trick your friend. Tanomura doesn't say it, but I'm sure it was really shocking. Every day, this hurt look passes over him, and I can't stand to watch it. Even now, he's smiling with his normal idiotic smile, but something's different. You should just conclude that Kuwagata is the bad guy and didn't do anything bad, and he didn't do anything bad. But Tanomura's pretty indecisive. I'm sure he still thinks that there was some fault in him. He should figure out that thinking about it is pointless.
ほら、アロエちゃん、ブーブーだよ。
He's acting stupid, but I'm sure he's sad inside.
ブーブーブーブー、かっこいいね。すごいぞ、いっぱい運ぶんだ。ブーブー。
He looks like a total idiot, but he's probably sad inside.
ブーブー、キキー。わー、事故だ。隊長やばいです。積んでた核爆弾が爆発します。何？それじゃあ地球が滅んでしまうじゃないか。これは地球が滅ぶくらいすごい核爆弾なんだから。なんでそんなの積んでるんですか。知るか。ドッカーン。
Tanomura, probably best guy. Maybe he is just an idiot. Anyway, I think everything would work out well if we could get along with Kuwagata like before. But I'm sure he can't stop now. Maybe that's good for him. What would he do if he comes to think he was wrong? I'm sure he'd fall into despair considering how stupid he is. Why did it turn out like this? I hate it. Why does everyone need to suffer? I'm sure everyone wants to live happily. If that's the case, everything should be settled if we all sing a song of happiness and hug while laughing. So why can't we do that? The world is full of wonders. I sip on the tea, but it's already cold. Tsukasa is still staring outside. Is he thinking about Yukachi? I hope that's the case. I don't really understand him, but I'm starting to understand that he's working hard in his own way for the people around him. He looks dumb, but he's mindful. The problem is that he's mindful in the wrong way. Tsukasa probably doesn't understand the concept of groups either. He doesn't know how to rely on others. He may be more pitiful than I thought. He's similar to Yukachi in that sense. When I first met Yukachi, I couldn't understand her. Maybe they understand each other really well.
いや、アロエちゃん、俺のおもちゃを気に入ってくれなかったよ。
Tanomura shows a bitter smile as he returns.
まったく、俺一人じゃつまんないね。
How can he say that when he looks so happy doing that stupid thing?
アロエって興味がないものはとことん無視するからね。
そうだね。あ、つかちゃんはそんな真剣に外見つめちゃってどうしたの？
いや、
His reply is surprisingly tense.
なんかあったの？
You probably hear something. I ask.
誰か外に人がいるみたいです。
Indeed.
まだ離れてますが、5人くらい。姿は見えませんが、音が聞こえます。もしかしたら。
タクちゃんたち？
だと思います。
Could it be?
嘘。
桑形さん自身ではないかもしれませんが、どうも不審です。なんだかゴソゴソと喋っています。
I start to stand up in surprise, but Tanomura grabs me and makes me sit back down.
何？
見ちゃダメだよ。あとあまり大きな声を立てないで。ねえつかちゃん、相手はどのくらいの距離？今の俺たちの会話とか聞こえてると思う？
沼と陸の境目あたりですね。多分こっちの会話は聞こえてないと思います。
うん。じゃあまだ逃げられるな。さすがつかちゃんだ。つかちゃんとひばりんはアロエちゃん連れて裏から逃げて。俺はここで時間稼ぎをする。
Tanomura covers my mouth with his hand.
声が大きい。
I nod back, move his hand away and start talking in a small voice.
何言ってるの？こんなところに残ろうなんて。
だって 塚ちゃんはまだ足が悪いし、新井ちゃんもいる。雪の上を逃げたって足跡が残るからすぐ追いつかれちゃうよ。追いつかれたら相手は鉄砲を持ってるんでしょ。いくら雪が視線を遮ってくれるとはいえ、開けた場所で飛び道具と向かい合ったらいくら俺だってどうにもならない。でも屋内だったら俺の方が有利だからね。負けやしないよ。塚ちゃん、新井ちゃんにマフラー巻いてあげて。
はい。
頼むら。でも。
大丈夫だって。俺強いんだから。自警団の連中の5人や6人じゃ奇襲されたって負けやしないさ。知ってるでしょ。ほら、ヒバリンはみんなの手荷物を持ってこないとすぐ上がってきちゃうよ。
I get up, but I can't leave. I can't move.
俺の言ってることわかるでしょ。
わかるけど、でも動けないんだ。
そんな顔しないでよ。ヒバリンらしくないな。
Tanomura smiles, put his hand in his pocket, grabs something and puts his hand into mine.
じゃあ、おまじない。
I feel a cold metallic object in my hand.
鍵？
うん、そう。家の鍵を渡すのは再会のおまじない。これがなければ俺は家に入れないから、どこかに帰るためにはヒバリンを探さないといけないんだ。ヒバリンがそれを持っていてくれたら、きっとまた会える。
何よその女の子が好きそうなロマンチックすぎるおまじないは。
バレたか。妹の本に書いてあったんだよ。
Tanomura scratches his head.
よし、ほぐれたね。もう動けるでしょ。
うん。
じゃあ早く。もたもたしてる暇はないよ。後でこないだ行った場所で合流しよう。反論は受け付けないよ。
わかったよ。
I put the key in my pocket and pull my feet off the ground. But it's not because of the charm. There's no way that idiot Tanomura's charm would work. This is my own ability. I couldn't stand watching him smile to hide his pain. So I did as he said. So he better thank me later. I quickly grabbed the bag containing basic necessities and climbed out the back window of the church with Tsukasa and Aroe.
じゃあ行くね。
Tanomura, who's holding his sword and keeping his attention directed outside, waves to me without even turning around. I think I can squeeze in one more scene. I turn on the CD player that we left in the chapel. It seems it still works, and light pop music starts up. I then carry it to the back of the church and place it in the room we used to sleep in when we were all living here. I hide in the bathroom that's on the way to the room. It's quiet outside the church, so Hibarin and the others must have been able to safely get away. I untie the scabbard and slowly draw the sword. I look at the blade and see that it has a nicked edge after just one use. I carefully wipe the blood and oil off, so it should be sharp again. But I need to apologize to the ancestors for doing this to our heirloom. But the sword looks much more cheerful now. The blade is strangely shining, and it looks more lively. Did something wake up inside the sword after drinking human blood? Aha. I'm sure Taku-chan would hate it if I talk about superstitions. I breathe onto my freezing hands and stare outside. It's snowing. The snow hasn't changed at all since I was small. I didn't like the snow when I was a kid. It wasn't like I would get to skip sword practice or get to run a different route because it snowed. It just made the practice much harder. I used to get depressed when I saw the snow after I woke up. Come to think of it, I've been learning kendo since I was small. I heard that Suka-chan's piano practice was harder, but mine was hard too, you know? They made me stay at temples and made me practice on freezing days. It was especially cold for my bare feet. The kendo uniform would get smelly if I slacked off on washing it, and the forearm piece would still smell even if I took good care of it. The skin on my hand and feet would peel off like nothing too. Pieces of shinai would fly into my eyes, and when I was hit with an ill-maintained one, and the shinai rubbed against my neck under the mask when a thrust missed. There were many potential ways to get badly injured. It was a barbaric sport, now that I think about it. I never realized that, and back then, I'd always wanted to fight someone using a real sword. I never thought it would come true. Back then, I would complain every day that it was too hot or cold and swing the stick. I hated everything in this rural town, including the snow. But I strangely don't hate them now. I rather like them. I like the snow and the cold, winter air. I like the warm tint of spring, the bright sun in the summer, and the red scenery in autumn. I like the slight smell of the hot spring that I can sense when I'm walking down the road. I like the scenery of the distant mountains and the feeling of this isolated town. It's a bit inconvenient, but I think this is the best town in the world. This town raised me. Not only that, but it raised my father and my grandfather. It must be a part of me. Same goes for my sword techniques. But the town is completely destroyed now. The town's cruel now and not accepting me. But I think I still like this place. No, I think I like it even more now. It must be like being strangely attached to the girl who dumped you. I've been getting things ready so we can leave this town, but I was reluctant probably because I didn't want to leave this place. If I survive, I want to stay here and think of a way we can live here. My family's resting here too, after all. I stand still thinking about how to live in this town, and my body starts to get cold from my feet. I move my legs and relax my fingers when I hear a sound. I brace myself. It seems the guests have finally entered the chapel. The music I turned on is coming from the room down the hallway. How are they going to react to this obvious trap?
そっちにいるんですか?
Yeah, that's Takuma. I hear a voice. It's Taku-chan. I didn't think he would come here himself.
出てきてください。もう戦いは終わりました。これからは平和に暮らすことに決めたんです。僕たちは武器を持っていません。そこにいるんですよね。田野さん、川瀬さん、もう和解しましょうよ。
Whoa, come on, Taku-chan. That's impossible. I'm totally up for making peace, but who takes the responsibility for killing Hida-san in that case? Taku-chan's the leader of the school because they made me the killer. If you're going to make peace with me and convince everyone, you need to tell everyone at the school about it. But you can't, right? There's no way you can say that the Vigilante Corps plotted and killed the previous leader. You wouldn't choose to do that. You shouldn't lie like that, Taku-chan. You're on guard against the trap, so you want to lure me out and kill me, right? You want to use petty tricks in this situation? How sad.
いないのかな?
Taku-chan's words are directed to the men with him. It'd be bad if they think nobody's in here. But Taku-chan's going to check first. The music is too unnatural, so he can't help but figure out what it is. I know him. I'd do something else if someone else was the leader. But I'll just wait right here if Taku-chan's leading them. Oh, that's overconfident. Tanamura, I don't like that. They're whispering. Tsuka-chan would be able to hear them with his ears, but all I can do is guess that they're troubled from the tone of their voices. What are they planning to do? I'd be done for if they throw in an explosive. But are they bold enough to use such a thing inside this building full of cracks? And this place is right by a hill. It may even cause an avalanche. If they decide to search around the church before attacking inside, I'd have to stop them since they'll probably find Hibaren's footsteps. I'll sneak up behind them and slash them. I should be able to take some of them with me. And if some of them die, it should buy enough time for Hibaren and the others to get away. I think it's all good. But they attack in a way I didn't expect. Are they burning pine needles or something? Smoke with a really bad smell is coming from the chapel. They must be trying to lure me out using smoke. I lie on the ground. I hate the fact that the bathroom floor is in front of my face, but I couldn't do anything about it. There's a window here for ventilation, so smoke won't fill the room even though the ventilation is bad in the building. Taku-chan screwed up. I assume it's meaningless, but I soon find out that I'm the one who made a mistake. The smoke isn't just ordinary smoke. They're burning some chemical substances. I don't know if it's building material or something Taku-chan prepared, but the smoke is terrible. I want to cough and cry as soon as I breathe some in. All I can manage is to cover my face so I won't make any sounds. What is this poisonous gas? I feel like I'm going to faint. I can tell that my limbs are going numb. I get dizzy and my ears and eyes are starting to lose their senses. Damn, I miscalculated. I didn't know they could do something like this. You guys have guns, so why didn't you guys let your guards down? Why would they? I mean... they lost once to you. I mean, you thought that people wouldn't learn from their mistakes? Come on, Tanomura. If I was Tanomura, when I see Takuma, first instance that I see Takuma before he does anything, I just slash at his face. Kill him, and the others probably won't be able to react, and then kill them all before they start doing anything. I'll probably faint soon. I'll convulse pathetically on the floor like a cockroach attacked with insecticide. If that happens, I'd be killed like a bug without being able to fight back. Should I escape out the back window? That's impossible. If I go out into the snow with these numb limbs, I'll make sounds while I can barely move. I'd be a good target once they hear me. It's just as they plan. I see, so I'm being cornered. I grip onto the handle of my sword. This is the heirloom sword passed down the Tanomura family, and the technique passed down in the Tanomura family has been taught to me since I was a kid. I'd be too embarrassed to face my ancestors if I let everything go to waste and die without fighting back. My family has chosen to live on the path of a weapon. Here I go. I prepare myself and dash out of the bathroom. The CD player is singing a love song. The sound of my footsteps stir up the melody. Time is passing slowly as if everything went into slow motion. My vision is flickering and I can't see well because of my tears. I see figures on the other side of the smoke. God fucking damn it, Tanomura. Man, we are really switching scenes fucking fast. Morning comes. Tanomura is definitely dead. When I wake up, Aroe's head is on my stomach as she's using it as a pillow. I gently move her to the ground. Aroe must be in a deep sleep as she continues sleeping innocently. On the other hand, Kawase-san must have not slept. She's watching the fire in the same position she was in last night. When I raise my head, she glances over at me, greets me in a hoarse voice, and goes back into deep thought. It looks as if she could get blown away by the wind any second now. We spent the night in a cave below a cliff. There are blankets and firewood here. I hear that Kawase-san and Tanomura-san prepared this place just in case. Tanomura-san and the enemy both haven't showed up. I offer canned food to Kawase-san, who looks pale, and force her to talk with me. She's completely exhausted with her normal cheerfulness gone. As we continue to talk, she starts talking more, and I listen to her. We didn't talk about anything important and I didn't have the courage to ask, but she must have relaxed by talking. She eats a bit and eventually hugs Aroe and falls asleep. For once, Aroe is sleeping in this morning, and she moves her mouth and hugs back Kawase-san. Really? The wind and snow are strong again today. Our footsteps from yesterday are completely gone, and the snow is smooth like the surface of an egg. I stare at the empty snowscape, and I became more worried about Tanomura-san. The gunshots I heard from the church are still ominously echoing inside my head. Kawase-san was unable to move after she heard the sound, but it seems she's prepared herself for the worst during the night. But I don't want to accept it until I see it with my own eyes. The exit of the cave is hidden by the ruins, so it should be hard for anyone to find this place. I leave a note for when Kawase-san wakes up and head to the church. Oh boy. My leg still hurts, but I can move if I push myself. I don't know if the injury is healed, if I've gotten used to the pain, or if my tension is making the pain go away. My senses are numb. Anyway, I'm glad that I can move. I take the long way to the church so that nobody can trace my footsteps back to the cave, even if they find them. The church is dead silent. There's no light, and I don't feel any presence in the dark rooms. I hide myself for a while, listen hard, and confirm that nothing alive is in there before I step inside. The air inside the chapel is odd. I smell a faint odor of burns and blood. I bear the feeling of repulsion and head to the back. As soon as I step across the ashes and enter the hallway, I see blood everywhere. The floor and the walls are covered in red. This wasn't here when we left the church yesterday. Tanomura-san fought the enemy here. I look around, but I don't find any definite proof. Meaning, I can't find anybody's corpse. But something had to have happened considering all the blood here. In fact, there are traces of something being removed from here. Maybe the evidence is already disposed of. There's the hot smell of blood and, for some reason, burned chemicals. Both smells are hard to bear, and they mix together to create a terrible odor. Something wells up from my stomach. I put my hand over my mouth and continue my search. Every time my eyes pick up information from the scene and send it to my brain, an ominous premonition tells me to leave this place. I ignore my instincts and continue searching. My heart starts beating rapidly and my fingers start to tremble. I find a cut-off thumb in a pool of blood. I find the tip of a broken sword stuck in the wall, and I find something yellow hiding in the back of the hallway. I first thought it was a piece of cloth or something, but it's not when I take a good look at it. It's a bundle of hair. It's a bundle of Tanomura-san's hair. And what's connected to the bundle of hair is a lump of flesh. I'm assailed with a scary feeling. Oh, damn. I don't know if you guys hear it, but Tsukasa's actually, like, grunting, like, he's actually, like, breathing heavily. It's really small, though. Almost as if my brain's shrinking and the world's collapsing. I'm about to fall down. I strengthen my mind and try to bear through it. I manage to hold my ground, but the back of my throat trembles and I can't stop it. I can't lose my cool. I can't scream. I cover my mouth with my hand when the wall suddenly draws near my face. I reach out to the wall at once and stop myself from hitting it. I must have lost my balance. My body's feeling completely abnormal right now. I can't put any power into my limbs. I keep my trembling hand on the wall and try to pull myself up, but something comes up my throat. I try to stop myself but can't, and I vomit onto the wall. Brown liquid with the sorry I just ate splashes by my feet, and steam with a sour smell rises from it. I can't stay standing, so I lean against the wall and crumple down. The sound of my wild breathing fills the silent church. The bad odor of the chemical, blood, and my vomit fills the area. I have difficulty breathing, so I look up. I want to see the high, distant sky. But I don't see the sky, and my vision is blocked by the dirty, cracked ceiling. I tilt my head back down and realize that my vision is blurred. I touch my face and find that it's entirely cold and wet. Oh, wow. Different... We go into her perspective? That's interesting. Before we do, though, I am actually going to end the episode right here. I don't think I will be able to upload the episode today, so I do apologize. It seems there's going to be no episodes uploaded for 2 days in a row. Because I do need to edit this out. And the editing and rendering is going to take at least an hour. And by that time, I don't think I have enough time to upload the episode. But things are definitely escalating quite fast. And the name of the chapter is The Revelation. A world which can be seen. Wow, so... Interesting. I didn't notice that this was a world that can be seen on... I think this is the result of my actions. Like, Chapter 4 is definitely, like, the ending part of the... Like, it's really the climax of the story. These are definitely the results of my action. Tanomura dying. Takuma being crazy. Ryugeju is still alive. I think that's a result of my choices. Maybe. It might not be, but I don't know. But yeah. That is going to be the episode for today. It's probably not going to be uploaded today, but hopefully tomorrow. I will have to edit this out, but thank you all for watching. I will see you guys next time. And hopefully, I'm good at time management and can finish Swan Song after that. I'll probably have to look at a guide to see if there's like other big route branches on Swan Song after I'm done with like one route. Since I don't know how to get the other routes, right? It's not clear cut like it is in Subahibi or Happy Mahar. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.